with the best boxing lesson, and I got with me today the Roz Rocker. He's a local coach. He's actually, well, you know what? I'm not going to say it. Let me let him say it, so I don't want to be talking for him. But go ahead and introduce yourself real quick.
Hey, how you doing? My name's Ralph Ochoa. I'm originally from Southern California. My background, boxing as a kid over there, a little amateur in the Marine Corps. And then years and years of working in the pros over here, Savannah Boxing. Worked with a lot of great trainers. I claim to know just a little bit, but how you doing?
Doing good. What about your background in the pro boxing? Can you get into that a little bit? What were you doing in the pros, as far as besides being a coach?
Well, first and foremost, the love of the kids. We've trained, worked in the amateur divisions for years, and then worked into the pros and helping pros get their career going. Done some shows, done some management, worked in production. So
what did you do in the shows? What were you doing?
Full shows, local shows, everywhere from matchmaking.
Matchmaking. So you've actually matched up fighters before in pro bouts.
Absolutely.
For various different promoters.
So
you not only have trained boxers, but you've also matched them up professionally for promoters putting shows together, as well as put shows together yourself.
Yeah, I've been a licensed matchmaker for the state of Texas in combative sports.
All right, good deal. So there you go. I just wanted to put that out there so that people watching this video or listening to the podcast are gonna think, well, who are these jackasses over here talking about something? Or who are they? I've never heard of them. Well, I got news for you. Just because you never heard of somebody doesn't mean that they don't know what they're talking about. So there's been a lot of talk in other podcasts, other videos. You can go out there and you can look it up. All kinds of people talking about what just happened recently with the MMA title bout, the bantamweight between Amanda Nunes and Ronda Rousey. And I'm not even going to go into why she got knocked out or what they did or any of that stuff. I'm getting off of that because everybody's already talked about it. I've already done 2 videos on it, and I'm done with it. I mean, it's an open and shut case. She got KO people because she don't know how to box. Alright, simple as that. You want to know about that? Go watch my other videos. Other than that, today I want to touch on some topics because I'm hearing a bunch of people talk, and I'm going to say it like this. I don't think they know what they're talking about, okay? You got people over there complaining about how come Amanda's a champ and she got paid less than Ronda. You got people talking about, well, Ronda wasn't tough enough to take power shots from her. You know, this is all a bunch of crap. These people have no clue what they're talking about. They're just fans, spectators of the sport. Some of them are even like former fighters, but just because you competed in a competition match doesn't necessarily mean you know everything about the business. So that's what this is about. This video today, I'm going to interview somebody from within the business that knows what's going on, who has put the fights together, who have trained the fighters, and who can tell you a little bit more about what's going on behind the scenes that you don't know about. So first off, let's go with this. Today we're basically talking about boxing techniques and skills in MMA, and then we're also talking about the difference between fighting and business. So the first question I'm going to ask our guest today is going to be, I might be off on this amount. I'm just making this amount. This is what I heard. But why did Amanda only make $200,000 or $250,000 for the fight, and Ronda make $3 million? What's up with that?
Well, okay, let's go with Amanda's team. You know, you can't cry foul after it's over. You know what I mean? There's no after further review in boxing. Once it's over, it's over. So in other words, what I'm trying to say is whoever made the deal agreed to the $200,000. Hey, way to go, Dana White. You know what I'm saying? But the bottom line is this. Amanda Nunes isn't a draw. In this business, it's who fills the seats, and it's Ronda Rousey. To this day, she's still not worth $3 million. You know,
you're talking about Ronda, or who are you saying is
Amanda Nunes.
Oh, still
Ronda is. She may even be able to come back and ask for more.
Really?
Okay, yes, because she was the untouchable legend that people had already built in their mind that there can't be a human to beat her, and now humans are. So what's that do is draw the attention to people to want to come see.
So hold on, let me just, because people are listening to this, so I got to slow it down for them so they can understand, because me and you could talk all day long and understand each other, but I just want to pause you. I don't want to interrupt you. But so you're saying, and this doesn't have nothing to do with MMA or boxing or nothing. This has to do with putting a show together. Yeah, a business. Putting a show together. You don't care if they're wrestling, boxing, or MMA. You're talking about putting a show together and making money off of a fight. And you're saying that Amanda is still not worth $3 million, and she shouldn't complain about it after the fact because they negotiated that before, and that Ronda could probably still come back and get millions of dollars. That's what you're saying.
Absolutely. And that's the way it works. I'll give you an example. The money man himself, Mayweather. Do people come to see his great talent? No. In this world, everybody wants to see the big king get dethroned. So what's the biggest attraction? He got so big that he can sell it the other way, that I can't get beat. So it pisses people off. They want to see somebody get beat. So that's why the millions get brought. Ronda's still the big attraction. Amanda, hats off to her talent. But as far as the marketability, I would say they might be able to come to the table with asking for $1 million or so. But unless it's against Ronda or somebody like Misha Tate, or the return of Cyborg, I don't know where that's been going or where that's at, something like that, then no, that's just the way it goes. So it's who fills the seats and who's going to pay for the pay-per-view. So Dana White's got a team of people that know numbers better than anybody. And they sit there and they see this, okay? And that's how their matchmakers work. That's how they put their matches so much. You got guys in there that are still making decent money and got 10, 13 defeats, but people still want to see him. I mean, look at Bigsby. Great guy, great champion. He did it so long and he finally got to where he's getting what he is. One of the greatest. He kept telling himself he is, and he wouldn't stop until he proved it. Look at Ortiz when he was ending his career. He kept coming back. I mean, you got the Chuck Liddells, and I can go on and on, But bottom line is, who do the people want to see? And you give Amanda a couple more victories, and her marketability, her price will go up. As far as $200,000, hey, that's what their team agreed to. Whoever signs their deal, her manager, he should have went in and asked for $500,000, or I don't know if he started. It's like an auction, guy. It's like buying a car. You start at a price and you work at each other. They might have been so honored at the opportunity to get at the position they're at. Because guess what? Now they do have $1 million product. I'm Ralph Ochoa, and that's what I got to tell you about it. Business is one end. The fight capability of what they can do to each other is another. But at the end of the day, the Dana Whites, the big promoters, the Bob Arums, the Oscar De La Hoyas, they got to have people come and buy the pay-per-view. And this is what it's all about. You have a nice day, and I hope you keep your left up when you throw your jab.
Hold on, wait. We're not. I have one more question for you. You got a little bit of time. All right. No, it's okay. There was one more thing I want to touch back on that you brought up, because you brought up a bunch of interesting points, and I didn't want to interrupt you, but at the same time, I didn't want to forget. So you just made a comment. You're saying that if Amanda defends her title against a nobody, she still won't be worth millions.
No.
They're still not going to offer her $1 million.
No.
Just for a simple title defense, which is required of her. It would have to be a big name, and then maybe. But you're also saying that is her shot at
Absolutely.
the $1 million payday. So there's two different things. There's a shot at a title and being a title holder. That's one opportunity. But you're saying there's another shot. There's another opportunity, and that's at having a big payday. And those are two separate things, and they happen at different times.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. So we got that out of the way. Here's the next thing I wanted to ask. Because I'm hearing a lot about people talking about boxing and MMA, and they were boxing and they were this, and to me personally, I know that what they were doing wasn't boxing at best. I would say Amanda was just throwing some good, solid, strong punches, but even she was making mistakes when it comes to boxing, and then what Ronda was doing wasn't boxing at all. So I know MMA trainers and Ronda's trainer, and they mix it when they train, but from your experience, would a boxing coach help an MMA fighter?
Absolutely. They can all help each other as long as they're doing the right drills. I don't know her boxing coach. I'm sure he knows what he's doing, but just because you're teaching a boxer, a fighter, and a mixed martial artist how to move their head or how to slip punches, how to catch punches, how to do your pivots in and out of punches, doesn't mean that they're actually going to do it in the fight. You know, a lot of guys, a lot of people do it great on drills, you know, and then they only do it in spurts, you know. It's those that practice it while they're sparring over and over that really get it done.
Yeah. So basically, in your mind, you can keep your trainer, but if you want to be an MMA fighter and stand up and throw hands correctly, you should probably get with a boxing coach. So
if you want to learn how to slip, you know, you got to move your head, you got to catch punches. But if you want to know why I thought she wasn't doing any of that, when I'm told that the boxing guy that she's got her, he's an all around. He knows several things. You know, everybody's been booing on him right now, and without knowing him, I'm going to defend him. I'm sure he knows his deal, because Ronda's worth millions and she wouldn't go to just anybody. But actually teaching it and someone applying it, what I think happened personally is she lets her aggression and her attitude override her game plan. So she goes in there with the toughness, almost like a bully. And everything, all the technique stuff goes out of her mind because she's just going to outdo this person. In other words, like a street fight, I'm just going to kick your ass, period. And you can't do that.
Yeah.
You got to keep your composure and write out what you're going to do.
Yeah.
And if that doesn't work, you're going to adjust and go to something else. But no, she goes in there. If you just look at her facial expression, she went in there face first, and that's exactly what happened. And I think it was like the second or third shot, and she couldn't get her composure. And it can happen to anybody. We're human beings. I still think she's worth more than anybody on another return if that's what she decides to do. Look, we're over here with Savannah Boxing. I've worked with Ronnie Shields for over 10 years.
Yeah.
What's up, Ron? They all got their own gym. I've seen the Charlo brothers grow up. I've trained with them. The Lara boys, we've had great amateurs. Juan Diaz is like a baby brother to me.
Yeah.
I've worked with most of them. Rocky Juarez, the Diamond Man himself, Raul Marquez. We all know each other. We're all from that circle. We're in Houston, Texas. If you guys want to come and do some boxing over here with us, we got a lot of world champions, been in and out of our gym, from Holyfield to Tyson himself. You know, the Magic Man, Antonio Tarver, to the original Magic Man, John Starling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So hats off to everybody, Golden Johnson and the boys from way back. And like I said, we're Willie Savannah's crew, and everybody's grown up and got their own gyms now. But come see us, man, and we'll do some boxing if you want to come.
Excellent.
Come one, come all.
Yeah. And maybe you can learn to be like the Diaz brothers and just walk up to somebody and slap them right in the face, right?
Well, they only do it on a self-defense basis.
Yeah.
But yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Well, there you go. And this is just a follow-up to the other videos that I've made, because I don't want people to watch the videos and be like, oh, what the hell are these guys talking? No. We know what we're talking about. We saw what we saw, and I just wanted to put some truth out there, some real truth, instead of just a bunch of people, armchair quarterbacks, watching stuff and it's, you know, just talking out of their neck when really they don't know what they're talking about. So there you go. Thank you for watching the best and listening to the best boxing lesson. And there you go. That's all I have to say on that. Y'all have a good one.